Raid, Shadow Legend is the game, Amiel is my name. Hello to all of you peeps and welcome back to another video of my channel. Welcome back my friends to another video of the series Learning Raid. And in today's video, we are going to learn about all the different kind of gear set that is in the game. We will go through each and every one of them, and we will not only learn what every gear set doing and give us. Well, we will also talk about what I am doing, what pieces I'm keeping, what I'm not. You know me as an end game player, free to play. So if you want to find out how I dealing with all the gear set of Raid Shadow Legend, then you've reached the right place. We will start by the easiest, the more weakest gear set, the ones from the dungeons, Then we will go back. We will go to the gear set that are in the forge. That include like gear from Doom Towers and Forge Pass, stuff like this. And at the end, we will jump to more exclusive gear set that you have getting from more exclusive places like Curse City or Green Forest. And hopefully this video will be entertaining, will be educational, maybe a tiny bit. Maybe it will ignite some ideas in your head about how to play the Raid Shadow Legend, how to deal with the gear set. And that's it, my friends. Without further ado, let's start. Let's jump straight away to the gear. I will do it. Basically, I will go here to my gear. And you can see with me the gear that I have. And let's talk. Let's talk about it. So there's a lot of gear, okay? Raid the Legend is a game that I think one of the most better things about him is the gear, the diversity of gear set. And yeah, so you can see right here I have a lot of different gear. Let's start from the first one. Very important one, a speed one. I will also press in equipped because yeah, it's more important because when I'm pressing equipped, it gives me also a life. So I will tell you one thing right from the bat, my friends. I don't have here all the gear that is in the game, okay? Because basically I am not keeping pieces from a very bad gear set, but maybe hopefully I have here almost all. So in terms of life will be the first one. Really easy, only 2 pieces bonus, and that gives you 15% HP. That means you can get up to 45% HP if you put your champion with 6 pieces of life. There is no accessory to life, by the way. It's a very simple gear set and super honest, like not playable. I'm not really keeping any life set. I have only 2 pieces here. I mean, this is a 5-star piece. This is 6-star. They are very old piece, by the way. Very old. You see, I did not ascend them because they are already equipped on some champion. Then I do not sell them. I mean, if I will give you my recommendation, if you are at my level, like 3 years old account, then don't keep any life pieces unless it's like 4 all speed or something like that. I don't know, 4 all crit rate and you really need it. I don't know, let's say like a glove, crit damage glove is 4 all crit rate. Yeah, I would have kept that one. Even a 3 all crit rate I'll probably keep. But yeah, this is about life, whatever piece, whatever gear set. Let's be a bit more faster. So speed, I have bunch of speed pieces because my friends, I don't know if you know it, you probably know it, but speed is still really relevant, even though like both life and speed are original set, very old one. Life is not relevant at all, like garbage, and speed is totally relevant, very relevant, because in Raid Shadow Legend, speed is still king. There is a better set than that one, but still that one is quite good. It gives you a bunch of speed, 12% speed, 2 pieces. There is no accessories to that. So you can get up to 46 speed if you put 6 over here. And I have a bunch of pieces. And one very, very important tip about speed set, only keep pieces that has speed in the stats, stats, main stats, boots, or substats, anything else. If there is no speed on it, do not keep it. All right, let's keep going. Crit rate, only 3 pieces, same as life. Old set, really, really bad. I mean, the bonus of 12% crit rate will not, it's not worth it. There's way better pieces. So I have only 3 pieces, and if I'm totally honest, I can sell them all. But because they are already equipped on some champion, then I'm not selling them. Okay, crit damage, honestly, also quite of a bad set. Like, you can argue it's better than the crit rate, but not by a much. It gives you 20% crit damage. Again, there is no accessory option, only artifact. So you can get up to 60% crit damage. I don't know. There is, again, way better set than that. We will go and we will see them after that. I have more pieces of crit damage, but again, if I'm totally honest, I can sell a lot of them. I don't know. I mean, this is a good piece, right? Crit rate, crit damage, and speed. It's on my GNAT for FireNat R10 and stuff like this. It's a good piece, but again, the crit damage gear set, not the best. Okay, let's keep going. Come on, let's make it a bit faster. We have way better gear set in the end. So accuracy, plus 40 accuracy. Again, same idea, bad gear set. I have, actually, in accuracy, funny enough, I have 2 very strong pieces. That one with 4 roll on speed, and that one with 4 roll on speed. So, like, weirdly enough, it just happened that I've gotten 2 6-star 4 roll speed on the accuracy. So of course those are very good pieces, but again, accuracy set is garbage. By the way, I did not say it, but all of those gears you get from dungeon. Let me quickly show you. And of course, at the end, when I will finish about to go through all of those, I will explain, I will show you, like, in specific dungeon where you get what, because you can see here from the dragon layer you get speed, accuracy, stuff like this. But from, if I remember correctly, from Ice Golem, you get life. Yeah, life from Ice Golem. And maybe from Fire Knight, you get in crit damage. So yeah, basically all of those sets are from those dungeons. So they are basically the first ever set to be in the game, like the most older set. So by that, they're most likely the worst one, right? Like they have the least potential, the least value, because they are basically the old one. All right, let's keep going, peeps. Let's keep going. After accuracy, we have resistance. Again, I have only 2 pieces. I mean, this is all right, free roll of speed, but these boots is like whatever. I have them just because they are equipped. I can sell them. They are not that good. Even that piece, I mean, I don't really need it. What resistance gives you? Again, 2 pieces plus 40 resistance. So in theory, you can get up to 120 resistance, because again, there's no accessory to that. I mean, 120 resistance is good, but it's just a way better gear set. We will go and we'll see them. Don't worry, we will go, we will be there. Lifesteal. Okay, I have some lifesteal, and if you keen eye, you can see that I have lifesteal on my Kale. That's because Kale is like my original 6-star, the champion that I got at the start and got firstly up to 6-star and use. This is basically the gear that I use way back then from when I started playing. I mean, I can see here that I have only 3 pieces on Kale, so I probably sold one, because you need 4 pieces of lifesteal if you want to get the set bonus. And the set bonus is you get 30% heal of damage dealt. So if you deal a lot of damage, you can heal yourself a lot. So like early game, at least back then, Lifesteal was considered a good set on your damage dealer for Demon Lord, because you can make it so you survive a bit more. Because if you're doing a big damage with the masteries, by the way, we'll not talk about it, but there is mastery that doing damage based on max HP, and you can get lifesteal from that. And because the Demon Lord has big max HP, this is big damage, this is big heal. So this is why lifesteal was considered good. These days, I don't know, even like on my giveaway account, which is a starter account, I don't think I've using lifesteal because there's just better option, my peeps. Better option, better champion. There is something called leech debuff that gives you like 15% lifesteal. So, you know, that's the reasoning. Okay, so lifesteal, I would have not recommend to keep, but I have pieces here. Honestly, you can sell them. So except speed, from all that we are already covered, I'm not recommending keeping any pieces except speed, unless of course if you have like a juicy piece, then you can save it as a one. You know, you don't need the set. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, now we have a few four-piece sets. So I don't, if I'm totally honest, I don't even know what they are doing. This is how bad they are. I have like, I don't know how many pieces. It's not like I'm using them, almost never. But let's go through them. Maybe there is some hidden gem. So Fury is damage increase as HP decrease. So it's like the passive of Leorios, the Void Legendary from Skinwalker, that as he has the lower HP, he deal more damage. It could be in theory good, but it's just not worth, you know, it's just not worth. Let's check the numbers, by the way. What are the numbers? Can we see? It doesn't even tell you the numbers. How much more damage? I guess if you have like 1% HP, then you probably get like 99% extra damage. Is that worth? No, not in the meta. It's just not. It's not doing enough. There is better damage set than that. This is basically a damage set. You can see over here I have some pieces, but I don't recommend saving. There's whoa, this set I totally not using. I don't know. I have those pieces as a standalone. I will say that maybe days, because this is a 4-piece set that gives you 25% chance to place sleep debuff. So sleep debuff is not a good CC debuff, crowd control, but if when you playing in faction war hard mode, there is some stages that require you to put sleep on the enemy. And if you do not have any champion that in their ability will put sleep on the enemy in that specific faction, then maybe putting a 4-piece days for that condition can be good. So this is why I'm giving like I'm giving days like the exceptional, but I'm not using this set. I don't know what it does, like unless I read it right now. But just so you know, I think it can help in those specific niche situation. Curse set is actually a set that I sometimes call it an X set. I love that set, especially for Hydra. It's the best for me. It gives you 50% chance to place Hex debuff for 2 turns at 4-piece. Actually, I am recommending farming Curse gear. I have one set on a champion that doing AoE damage in Hydra, because Hex in Hydra is very good for 2 reasons. First, it lets you target a specific head of mischief, I think, that you cannot target him unless he has X debuff on him. And secondly, Hex make it so if you attack one enemy, all other enemy that has X on them getting a percentage of the damage on them. So Hex make it, especially in like a team like Titus team or stuff like this, that doing bunch of damage, X can get your numbers really high. So it's very good. I love the X set. I recommend in farming it. I think it's from the Ice Golem, but as I said, when we finish all of those sets, we will go and we will check. This is a good piece because it's like free speed. This is a good piece because it's speed and speed. And I think I have yeah, this is a good piece, free roll of speed, and this free roll of speed. So at the moment the pieces are not equipped because I always move around gear, but when I'm doing my Hydra team, I'm taking some of those pieces. You can see right over here, free roll speed, and here all of those pieces are getting into the champion. Let's keep going. Frost, if you ask me, garbage set. Garbage set, I'm not using it. 20% chance to place a freeze debuff on an attacker. I mean, only 20%. It's like the torment passive, some degree, not exactly actually, but it's not good enough. Not good enough. So I do have some pieces here, but honestly, I can sell. I mean, this I can totally sell. I don't know, whatever. I'm just keeping them, maybe. I mean, if I will be super honest, you can see on my account, basically, you can see what I'm doing. I will not recommend you to sell all the pieces because you can never know. Maybe Raid will buff the set in the future. So I will recommend save at least like very specific juicy pieces. Save at least like 4 pieces to make a set. I don't know. I will recommend that at least. You do you. You do whatever you think is right. But anyway, garbage set, if you ask me. Frost, I'm not using it anywhere. So from all that we've gone so far, I'm using X on Hydra. I'm using speed on bunch of champion, a lot of champion, a lot of places, PvP and PvE, and that's it. All other set I'm basically not using unless it's a one piece. Let's keep going. Frenzy, 5% turn meter for each debuff received. Totally not good, if you ask me. I don't know. It's not, the numbers are not good enough. Only 5% turn meter, and you do not want to get debuff on yourself. It's kind of bad. Like you would prefer to not get debuff. Maybe if it was 5% turn meter for each buff you get, then it was a very good set. I feel like. I mean, I don't know if the best, but at least you could argue to use it in some places, especially if you think about PvP and it will include the buff that you start. Then let's say you have Stone Skin, you have, I don't know, Bolster, then this is at least 10% a turn meter extra. So honestly, Raid, I'm giving you an idea for a very, very good and juicy set in the future. 5% turn meter for every buff you receive can be strong. Can be strong. Anyway, that is not good. And yeah, I have some pieces, but I don't know. Regeneration. Okay, we have reached another set that is actually good, and I will recommend you to save a lot of those, especially if you are early game or mid game. I used regeneration a lot to defeat some Doom Tower bosses that you need to do like a solo farming, or maybe like a solo farming dungeon with like a Gnishak or something like that. I use regeneration for a long time. It as 4 piece gives you heal by 15% every turn. So it's not lifesteal, but it's close to lifesteal in a similar way. But this is better if you ask me. What you need to do is you need to have high max HP and you need to be fast, so you will get a lot of turns. And if you have an extra turn mechanic like a Gnishak, then you can get double the heal. So I think it's a good set. I have a lot of this. I think you get it from Ice Golem, but as I said, we will check. And you can see I have it on the champion like her. What's her name? Annabelle, because Lady Annabelle, she's an epic and she can solo farm the bomb boss from Doom Tower. This is why I have it on her. I have it on, I don't know, this guy, Venomage. Actually, this is for Amius, because Amius, the boss from Core City, actually I'm using regeneration to defeat that boss. It's good. It's good because he attack you a lot and you need heal. And yeah, I have a lot of pieces here. I am recommending you to save those pieces. Generation, very, very good. Okay, immunity, bad piece, bad, no good. 4 piece, immune for 2 turn. You have way better option these days. You have a Feral set, you have Total Guard set, you have Stone Skin. Basically, you have way more better stuff. Don't recommend. I'm not using it on nobody except like a one piece that actually this piece I can sell. I mean, whatever. Yeah, not using immunity anywhere. Shield. Ooh, shield is good. And I am recommending you to save your shield. Why? Only if you're using a Titus team. I have a Titus team. So for that Titus team, for Chimera and Hydra, you need shield set. You cannot use bolster set, We will get to bolster in the future. Bolster is way better for PvP, but for PvE you need shield, because only shield set can get his duration increase, and that way it will never go away. But bolster set cannot get his duration increase. So this is why, this is the caveat. I don't know if you knew that. So I have some very good pieces of shield, and I am trying to perfect the shield set as much as I can. I have this good piece. I have let's say, so basically, yeah, I have shield on the one champion from the Hydra and Chimera. Now it's on Wella, and sometimes it will be on a different champion, like my Feral. I love those boots because it gives you a lot of HP. So when you think about shield, you want HP, because you get, okay, what is the shield even doing? I did not say. It gives you for 3 turns 30% max HP shield on all your team. So if your HP is like 100k, you get 40k HP. It's a lot. If you have only like 50k HP, you get only 15. It's way less. So yeah, this is why I like that boots, because it gives you a lot of HP. You can see I even use a high glyph on it and I got 9. Yeah, so this is shield. Recommend you to farm it. I think you get it from Fire Knight, I think. Either Fire Knight or Ice Golem. Can't really remember. Okay, Relentless. Oh wait, Relentless actually, it's a unique set that you do not get from the dungeon. But because it's over here, we will discuss it. It's a good set. Of course, I'm recommending to save it. But if you get Relentless, then you know you work hard for that. Because it's really hard to get Relentless. You need to win like first place, second place, third place in a tournament. In tournament, you only get Relentless from there. So if you got it, then you know you work hard for that. What Relentless does, 4 piece, 18% chance to get an extra turn. But if you got 1 extra turn, then the second time the chances is reduced by 45%. So it's like what, 10%? And after that it's like 6%. And after that it's like 3.5 and something like that. Yeah, but getting an extra turn in Rage of the Legend is very strong. I do not have this on anybody in particular, not at the moment, but I will say that I'm using it on my Donatello for Hydra or Chimera. No, sorry, not Hydra, because on Hydra I have a different build on Donatello, only for Chimera. If I'm using Donatello on Chimera with my Titus team, you will see me talking a lot about my Titus team, because it's a very good PvE stuff. So I will give you my tips. And what it does, it gives my Donny extra turn, so it gives my Donatello a chance to recycle faster to do very strong ability that he has, that decrease the cooldown, or the second ability that give you boost to the turn meter. So I like it on Donatello. I mean, honestly, you can use this set on a lot of champion, PvE and PvP. Just think about it. But the problem is this, I think, only 18%. I mean, if you ask me, I think like 18% it's a bit RNG-ish. Still, I think it's cool. All right, let's keep going. So good set, but not from the dungeon. Savage, another very good set, and you can see that I have quite a lot more pieces. Not as much as speed, but a lot. This is a damage set, and this is a very good damage set. Yes, there is way better than Savage, but you can get Savage from farming the Fire Knight, so it's worth it. And it's 4 piece, ignore 25% of enemy defense. And for PvP, ignoring defense is very strong. Also for clan boss and stuff like this, I mean Chimera, Hydra, less so Demon Lord, but still, also it's good. Ignore defense is good in PvE and PvP. I have a bunch of it. I have basically all my nukers. I have on Marius. I have on this guy, Quintus, even though he's not that good of a nuker, but I have on my Mikey. I have on a bunch of my nukers. I have on her, Alice. I have on Leonardo. Yeah, bunch of my nukers. Basically, you are looking for damage pieces, not a support pieces. So you will see a lot of the pieces has attack on them. And if they have defense, then I'm using it on a defense-based nuker. And if they have like an HP, then I'm using it on an HP-based nuker. But yeah, I have pieces I'm trying to keep as much as I can, good pieces of that one. So destroyed, garbage set if you ask me. I don't have it on anybody in particular. Destroyed enemy max HP by 40% of damage dealt. I mean, I can see one usage for that, and that is to clear up a boss in Doom Tower called the Scarab King that you need to destroy his max HP in order to deal a lot of damage to him. So if you do not have any good champion that doing destroyed max HP and you quite early game, I would recommend you to try and farm 4 pieces of that, and maybe you can clear that boss, because when you have like a road block on Doom Tower, it's a noise because there is such a good stuff to get in Doom Tower and you want to get them. So I will recommend, if you need to clear this boss, the Scarab King, then fine, but I don't know, only 40% of damage dealt. It's not a lot, so you need a champion that doing a lot of damage, yeah. But it can happen. At the moment, I don't have it on any champion in particular, and I can sell a bunch of those pieces if you ask me, but whatever. Stun. All right, Stun is actually a good set if you ask me, even though I do not have on any champion in particular. The set is good. It gives you 18% chance to place stun debuff on enemy, and this does not require accuracy. You're doing it without accuracy, so it's good. 18% chance to stun. It's not a lot, it's low, but if you stun an enemy, it's very, very good. And if you need the stun to clear again some place and to climb your places, let's say in like wave, you need to deal with hard wave, like in Curse City. I know a lot of people are using the stun set in order to defeat very hard stages of Curse City, and they're basically doing it over and over and over and over again, tons of people of time, until they place in the stun, and this is the only way to clear the stage, right? Also, like in faction war, it can work. So stun, I will recommend you to try and get some good stun set. I myself do not do it, so I'm teaching, but I'm not doing it myself. I can sell, I mean, let me sell those pieces that have not speed on them, so no. You kind of want speed, I feel like. You want speed and you maybe want some damage, but mainly you want speed. Okay, this is done, 4 piece. Toxic. So I used, okay, well, toxic is 75% chance to place 2.5% poison debuff, so the weaker poison. Again, you do not need accuracy for that. And I did use it way back then on a champion that I use in my Demon Lord team, like way back then on a Seeker and stuff like this, in order to help me to reach the 1 key Ultra Nightmare team. I had like Unkillable, Emic, and Man-Eater Unkillable, and I put stun set on a lot of champion to do more damage. So it can help in some degree, you know, for Demon Lord, but it's the weak poison debuff, and maybe you have a champion like Xenomorph that doing the strong debuff, so maybe you do not want that one. It's a okay set. I will recommend you to save some, but I don't know. Again, those set like stun and poison, toxic. I mean, in faction war, some specific stages that require you to do some condition, like put poison on the enemy or put stun on the enemy. For that, it can be good. So I will not recommend you to sell all your pieces. But I'm just explaining to you what the set doing, and I'm telling you if they are good or not good. So toxic, I'm not using it on anything in particular. Provoke. Okay, provoke, 30% chance to place provoke debuff. The provoke debuff is good for Hydra because it can provoke one specific head, the head of decay, that if you will not provoke him, he will use his ability and cleanse all the head from all the debuff, and you will be super super sad because you need debuff on Hydra. So maybe if you need a provoke for Hydra, you can put 4 piece on a specific AoE champion. It's only 30%, so I don't know, it's not the best. It's not a good set. If you ask me, I'm not using it anywhere. but I do have those pieces. Again, for faction war, if you have a condition to put provoke. But anyway, let's keep going because otherwise this video will never end. We have bunch more. Okay, retaliation. Actually, a set that got buff not long ago. Two pieces only, 50% chance to counter attack when hit. So I'm not using it on anybody at the moment in particular, but I am hearing some rumor about retaliation being good and maybe it's worth putting it on some champion for PvP maybe. I mean, if you have a very good A1 champion, then maybe you want 50% chance to counter attack. I mean, that can help versus total guard. It can decrease total guard duration, you know. So, I don't know. You can think to yourself. I would recommend to save some pieces, especially very good one. Mainly, I feel like a DPS pieces. But I don't know. Yeah, avenging 45% chance to counterattack when receiving debuff. So if the enemy debuff you, you have 45% chance to attack, to counterattack, and it's a 4-piece. So it's kind of bad because retaliation at least is only 2-piece. Here it's 4. I don't like this set. I'm not using it on anybody. Don't think it's good, but I don't know. Maybe, you know what? Like maybe someday Raid will make content. You know, a very boss that putting a lot of debuff on you, and you can only kill him through counter attack, and then this pet will be godly in this specific content. You know, it can happen. So again, save some pieces, but again, you do not want to get debuff on yourself. It's not good for you. But maybe for some specific place you will want it. As I said, at the moment I'm not using this anywhere. Okay, stalwart. I don't even know how you pronounce it. I'm not using this set anywhere. It gives you minus 40% damage taken from AoE. So it's like the passive of Duchess, if you know Duchess Lilitooth, the demon spawn. It basically makes your team more tanky, make you more tanky, sorry, not your team. 40% less damage from AoE can be good. Again, maybe for solo, if you need to solo some boss, maybe there is an enemy boss that only doing an AoE, and you can solo it with that. I don't know, but I'm not using this set on anybody in particular at the moment. But again, I will not recommend you to sell all. Just, you know, sell the garbage 5-star like those ones. I don't know. Yeah, this is the set. I'm not using it. Reflex, another actually good set if you ask me. And again, I'm using Reflex in my Hydra team. I will talk about a lot on my Hydra and Chimera team. Yeah. My Titus. I do have Reflex on Titus. Reflex, what it does, 4-piece, 40% chance to reduce a random skill cooldown, which is good if you have a champion that has a very strong ability that you want to recycle to them fast. You will like Relentless, and you will like the Reflex. Yeah, so I have some pieces. This I can sell. This is not good. I'm using it on my Wixwell, as I said, to try to reduce his skill cooldown. I also use it actually on this, the Archer Queen. I'm not sure. It's not like she's the best with that, but it's like a build that I've done like way back then, and I still have it. So Hydra, because I want her to use her ability as fast, like more and more, because she has a very good ability. Archer Queen from this collab way back then. So yeah, I have some reflex over here. You need speed on those pieces, accuracy most likely you need. Yeah, okay. Curing, okay, not a good set. I have only one piece, and honestly, I can sell it, but whatever. Accuracy is 18 speed. I will keep it for now, but I'm not using Curing. What this gear set is doing, 4-piece. Yeah, so what Curing does is 20. It gives you 20% bonus heal. Bonus heal restore destroy max HP. So it's good at least in the sense that it restore your max HP. But I'm not seeing anybody use Curing, so I don't know. Again, you might argue Raid will raid will like release a new content that you need to restore your max HP, and you do not have any champion that has the ability to restore max HP, so you will need to use the curing set. Fine, fine, but at the moment I do not have it, nobody use it. Okay, here we have two sets from the specific content, the Demon Lord, so we will skip them at the moment, and hopefully we will remember to go to them. Oh wait, actually no, we finish all the sets from the dungeon, or at least all that I have. So let's stop here at the moment. Let's jump to dungeon really quick, and let's see if we are missing some very crucial sets. So first of all, Dragon Lair, Accuracy, Speed, Lifesteal, Destroyed, Toxic, Frost. Yeah, we saw all of those sets. So you can see right over here, my friends, those are all the sets you get from farming Dragon Lair. Okay, let's go to Ice Golem. Offense. Okay, so we do not saw offense and defense. Actually, I basically do not have any pieces of those set. I mean, they are very old set, very bad if you ask me. Offense give you like 15% extra attack, and defense, if I remember correctly, give you 15% extra defense. It's a two-piece, each and every one of them. I think there's just better gear set, so I do not have any pieces of them. Yeah, and we saw all of them, okay. And lastly, Fire Knight, Fury. Yeah, I think we saw Fury, right? That is the more damage as your HP go lower. Immunity. Yeah, I think we've gone through all of those pieces of gear. You also have Spider Den that gives you accessories, but this is not for that video. So cool, peeps. Okay, cool. We have gone through all the gear from the dungeon. The next part, now it's getting a bit more exciting, hopefully. Next part is gear from Demon Lord. So we have two sets. We have the Cure. Let's press Equipped. I do have quite a lot. I mean, I need to sell if you ask me. But we have one damage set, Cruel, not the best, but all right. And one more support set, Immortal. Actually, I love Immortal way more than Cruel, but I do have all of those pieces. First of all, let's explain. So 2-piece Cruel give you plus 15 attack and ignore 5% of enemy defense. So this is straight up an upgrade to the offense set. As I told you, I don't have any gear piece of offense. I sold all because it's just really bad. Even you can see over here, Cruel is better, even though Cruel is not the best set ever. It's a damage set, so save pieces with damage and speed, because speed is very good. I don't have Cruel on any specific champion because it's only 5% enemy defense and 15. It's not the best, but you can use it if you don't have anything better. Actually, the Immortal is, I did use a lot of Immortal again as a gear set for like a solo farming, more healing, because what Immortal does, it's only 2-piece and it gives you 15% HP, okay, and heal by 3% each turn. So it's an upgrade to the life set. You see life, it's an upgrade to that. And the 3% here, plus let's say 15% from the regeneration, because this is 4-piece and this is 2-piece, it's like 18% heal every turn. So it can help you like solo farm stuff and something like that. It's cool, it's good. So yeah, those are those pieces. You get them by clearing the clan boss over here, Doom Tower. I have a bunch of chests to claim. Yeah, you get it from here. After the Immortal, I can see we have here some gear set that you get in from the arena, the classic arena. And how those gears are work, they are basically an upgrade to the normal regular gear over here. And the upgrade is that you get in 15% HP self shield for free turn. So divine offense, it's 15% attack, 2-piece plus the shield. So it's an upgrade, as I said, to the offense attack gear that I do not have here any. All right, and you have like a divine critical rate. Same idea, 12% critical rate plus the shield. As I said, an upgrade to the critical rate over here. You also have divine speed and divine life. And I think maybe there is more divine. I don't know. I think, no, maybe not. I don't know actually. But those are all the divine. You know what? Let's check. I think we can check. If we go into the arena, how we can check though? Over here. And we press here the chest. Yeah, okay, so those are all the divine. You have divine offense, divine critical rate, divine life, and divine speed. Yeah, you get them from the chest of classic arena. And let me show you. Basically, actually, I do not have any set on anybody. It's not necessarily strong set, even though it's an improvement from the set from the dungeon. It's still not strong enough if you ask me. I can use like one piece in some area, maybe two piece for specific niche situation. I mean, the divine speed can be good, because basically, as I said, speed is a very good set. So divine speed should be an upgrade, but it's so hard to get those pieces. I have only those two, and it's not that good. I just kept them because I have speed, but it's not good. Yeah, those are my pieces on the divine stuff. I will say that you also have two gear set from classic arena, but from platinum classic arena. One is swift parry and another one is deflection, and those two gear set are very unique and very strong, and also gotten like a rework lately to 9 piece. But I don't think we will talk about the rework at the moment. I will say that it looks strong, and there is some videos about them lately because it's really really new. It's not even in the game, the 9 piece, I think, if I remember correctly. Let's check. Yeah, it's not even in the game, but it will be shortly enough. Anyway, 4 piece gives you a swift parry, 18% speed, and 30% crit damage. So it's good for like a damage dealer, and a 50% chance to unkillable when hit with fatal hit. Basically, you have 50% chance to prevent your death. It's very strong. It's RNG. It's a lot of RNG, but in PvP, it can means that you are not dying and you get in a turn and you turn the table and you win a match. So it's an RNG, but if it gives you a win, it's worth a lot. I do have a Swift Parry set on my Carnage, which is a mythical that you get from Curse City. So I'm using it on him. It's quite known, a lot of people doing that, because Carnage has in his abilities good stuff for this particular ability to cheat your death. Like it can counter attack a lot. So if he has unkillable, maybe he has a lot of chances to counter attack again and again until he will get his turn. And also he has his A2, if I remember correctly, he can switch HP. So if you have like a 1% HP, because you get unkillable, but you have like 1 HP, and if you switch HP with an enemy that has like 100% HP, then you get all his HP and you kill him. So it's good, This is why Swift Parry on Carnage is very, very good. Yeah, also the deflection. Deflection at the moment is not good, and you can see I have only one piece. It's a 4 piece, 20% HP and 20% defense, and some mechanic like Wand of Submission, some mechanic, but only 25%. But this set, after the buff, is way stronger. For the 4 piece, it will get 10% extra on the deflection chance. So that's good. It's like Wand of Submission. Actually, 4% deflection will be okay. And also, I think the stats will be different. It will be like speed and accuracy. Actually, a good set. And 6 piece is again a good set. It will give you some mechanic to deal damage if you are putting debuff. So yeah, I will recommend saving as much as you can those two sets. But in order to get them, it's quite hard because you need to craft them in the forge. So finally we are getting to sets that you craft in the forge over here. And honestly, those two are way more expensive than any other set because two things. First of all, you need to get this core armor, which is hard to get. You can see I have only for 4 pieces. And you need 50 of those Magi steel, which is quite a lot compared to any other gear that you get in the forge, that you need like 5, way, way less. So the deflection and the swift parry are way, way more expensive, but they are worth it, at least in my idea, especially after the buff. Both of them will be super strong. 9-piece swift parry will be super duper strong for a bunch of nuker champion. It will give you the cheat death mechanic, 50%, and it will give you the 50% more ignore defense on the 9-piece. And the deflection, again, will give you way good stuff. I can't remember exactly, but I think 6 pieces will give you, again, an extra hit if you are putting a debuff on the enemy. So good versus a total guard. So yeah, those two are very, very strong if you ask me. But mostly people getting those from the classic arena chest of platinum. And if I'm honest, it's quite hard to get on platinum classic arena. So yeah, a lot of people will not get pieces and will need to craft them like me. But yeah, because we are talking about all the gear set in the game, then we are also talking about them. And let's keep going. Let's keep going. Now we are continuing the set of you get in the forge, you can craft in the forge, but let's talk about two sets, the resilience, good word, and the perception. Both of them you get in from farming faction war, and also you craft them in the forge. So both of them are 2 pieces. The resilience is 10% HP and 10% defense. So quite, I think, better than life, we talked about over here, and better than the defense one to some degree, right? But I don't use resilience anywhere. It's not the best if you ask me. I don't have it on any champion. But I do have some pieces, whatever, The perception is better and it's good for early game and some amount of mid game if you ask me, but it gives you 40 accuracy and 5% speed. So accuracy and speed is very important, and perception was considered to be one of the strong set actually back then, but raid is getting so much power creep and stuff like this that even perception got his power creeped, and there is better set than that. We will talk about them in this video in a moment. So I have a lot of perception pieces, but don't let that fool you. I don't use the 8, and honestly I need to start selling it, but basically I have a lot of this because it's kinda easy to get, and back then it was very useful, so I have a lot of it. But I need to sell some of it. Perception, 40 accuracy, 5 speed, useful, still to this day useful. On my Fabian, look at that piece on my Fabian, good piece. Geomancer, still good. So it's a good set. You get it from the forge. So first of all, of course, you need to farm faction war. And you can get from here, you see faction war. This is for resilience and this is for perception. And you go to the forge, and on the forge it costs you do not need the core hammer, so it's good, and you only need 5 magi steel, so it's way easy to get them. These days I basically craft them, especially resilience, basically as a mean to get some silver. I craft and I sell, you sell for more silver than what it costs to craft. So it's a good way to get a lot of silver if you ask me. Let's keep going. Okay, so after the perception, we have bunch of set that we are getting from Doom Tower. So those sets you also need to craft in the forge. They are less expensive, of course, than the Swift Parry or the Deflection. They are basically cost like the Perception and the Resilience, and you're getting them extra material not by farming Faction War, rather by farming the Doom Tower bosses. Each rotation there is some different bosses. So we have a bunch of set. Let's go through them and we will discuss what's important, what not. Start by this Affinity Breaker. Actually, I don't see almost anybody use it, but me myself, of course, use a good set of that on my Titus team. Affinity Breaker gives you 30% crit damage and a 50% chance to change weak hit into critical hit. And what's important here, not the damage of the critical hit, rather the fact that if you doing a weak hit, you cannot land debuff. But if it's a critical hit, you can land debuff, and this is what's important here. In my Titus team for Hydra, I really want, if you remember, I told you about Hex, it's very important debuff. I have Mad Hatter, and I really want my Mad Hatter to use his A2 and land the Hex on the enemy, because it's very important on the Titus team. So I gave Mad Hatter Affinity Breaker set, you can see over here, because basically, is affinity based, Mad Hatter, and I think it's really important. It helps a lot for the consistency on the damage. So I have those pieces, basically speed, accuracy, I guess, also important. I have this free roll speed, so I can of course perfect and improve that set at the moment, but I don't have bunch of pieces. As I said, you get the material from farming a Doom Tower boss. I will give Affinity Breaker actually a good score, and I will recommend farming. Not a lot, not a ton, but farm a bit. I think it's a good set. Untouchable, and unfortunately is not that good if you ask me. I do not farm it. I have those 4 pieces, but I'm not really use them anywhere. Interesting piece. Okay, basically immunity, but this is an improvement of immunity because it also gives you 40 resistance, so it's not bad, 2-tone immunity plus the 40 resistance. I mean, it's a 2 set in 1. It's not bad. Oh, a 4, sorry, yeah, but it's a 4 piece. It's a 4 piece. If it was like 80% resistance, then it was better. Yeah, it's a 4 piece. I do not farm it. I don't think it's good. I don't know, I'm not using it. Fatal, again, I'm not using it. It's an improvement to the offense set because again, it's a 15% crit attack, and 5% crit rate. Maybe 2 pieces and some sort of build, but you can see here I have this piece like 22 speed and I'm not using it actually. I can use this piece as a standalone, but yeah, so I'm not using actually this one 23 speed. Oh wow, I should use those pieces somewhere. This is a good piece, I don't know, but I guess that tells you that even a standalone one piece not that useful, not anymore, because there's so many good stuff that you get from sets like a 9-piece set and stuff like this, that there's not a lot of room to put like one piece or something. But yeah, so this is fatal, I'm not using it. Frostbite is, I think, an improvement to the frost set to some degree. Let's read and see. Like 15% chance to block a freeze debuff and a 10% chance to place freeze debuff on attacker. I don't know if it's necessarily an improvement, but yeah, it is what it is. Again, I'm not using frostbite. I mean, only 10% chance to CC. It's not enough, I feel like, and it's too niche. I don't know, I'm not using it, I'm not farming it. Again, you can see here my pieces. Bloodthirst, again, not using it. This is an improvement to the critical rate because you can see you also get in heal 30% of damage dealt. So it's like a lifesteal plus crit rate. I mean, not bad, not bad. Crit rate plus lifesteal, not bad. But I'm not using it. Too much underpower, like there's so much power creep in terms of set, and I'm so excited to get to the good and juicy set in a moment. We will get them. All right, Guardian, 4 piece, absorb 10% of all damage that all ally get. So some sort of an ally protection. This champion gets damage instead, so it needs to be tanky to not die. And it gets heal of 10% each turn. So it's some sort of a regeneration, less than a 15, only 10, and some sort of protection ability. Like you take the damage that your ally should have taken. I mean, I don't have anyone on this set at the moment, but way back then I did use that set, like on some champion to help me in faction war, on a 10 key champion, so my team will not die and I get some heal. I don't know. You can farm it a bit, but again, kind of a power crept. Fortitude, 2 piece set, 40 resistance and 10 defense. So again, an improvement to the resistance. Again, I'm not farming it, only 3 pieces on my entire account. You can see I'm not really using it. So you can see over here, I'm not farming almost no set of the Doom Tower. I mean, a bit of Affinity Breaker, maybe some of Guardian, but not really. And we are now reached to the last set, which you can see right here. I'm farming a bunch, and this is my recommendation, and I think everybody recommend it to farm this set. This set called Little, and this is an improvement to the Savage. Remember Savage? Very good, ignore defense. So here we have an improvement to that. You also get 10% crit rate. Very, very good if you ask me. For your damage dealer, for your nukers, I have bunch of gear of that, and I'm using it on my nuker. I have on Embrace, I have on this guy, the dwarf nuker. I actually have on Seer as a nuker. I have on the Affinity Unity champion of Sacred Order. This guy. I mean, bunch of pieces actually I have on Torment. Yeah, I'm not using a lot of pieces. I kind of need to perfect the gear. I don't have the best gear ever of Lethal, but I'm farming Lethal. The boss is Dark Fae. I'm farming it every single time I can. And now I will show you, first of all, in the Forge, you can see the pieces right over here. Affinity Breaker, Untouchable, Fatal, Forced Bite, this Bloodthirst, Guardian, Fortitude, and Lethal. Okay, we have here, this set is from Otherfin. And let's go to the Doom Tower. I will show you. So you have some bosses here, and you can use your silver key to farm them. And if I go to hard mode, what I'm doing is I'm farming this boss, which is on the highest level of Doom Tower, Dark Fae, and from her, I'm getting the little, basically the little pieces, the material. Okay, cool, let's continue. Let's see what we have now on the menu. Okay, now I will talk about two very, very important gear set that you get from Hydra clan boss. Hydra clan boss is a very, very important thing. If you ask me, I recommend to try and farm as much as you can. Very, very important set, like tier 1, I think, if you ask me, both of them. The protection and look how many pieces and the stone skin, and I have bunch a lot of pieces, and I'm always trying to perfect, and I'm using a ton of protection and a ton of stone skin. So this is a 9-piece set. This is the first ever 9-piece set, and you can see that we are discussing in this video, and you can see that you get a small bonus for each piece, and you get a big bonus at 4-piece, a big bonus at 6, and a juicy bonus at 9. So protection set give you at 9 75% chance to place protection buff, and also allies, all the team deal more damage per each buff on them. So this is a good set again for like your Titus team, for Chimera, for Hydra, because let's say you have a champion that put in free buff on all team, then free buff, it's 15% extra damage any champion is doing every time he has his buff on him. Very strong. And the protection of the buff, it's good, it's like the Chimera will not strip the buff. In PvP, it's good, the buff are protected, the enemy cannot strip them. So it's a good set. It's a very, very good set protection. I'm using it a bunch, a ton Oh, sorry. As you can see over here, I have protection on Lady Mikage. I'm trying 9-piece as much as I can. When you try protection, like usually the 9-piece is the way to go. So I have a bunch of champion on my Duchess, my now this guy Emek. I'm using him on Siege. Emek doing unkillable, and I'm using him on Siege. And I gave him 9-piece protection, so the unkillable will be protected. Let's see if it will work. This is my idea. Okay, let's go to the stone skin. Stone skin is again very good set. You get it from Hydra. Again, 9-piece, and on 4-piece you get a stone skin buff, which is basically a protected buff. I don't know if you know about this buff, but it's protect you. It's mainly for PvP. Stone skin is for PvP almost always. And 6 pieces you get 2 turn the stone skin, so you have the protection of the stone skin for 2 turn. Very strong. And when you have stone skin, it says here it's 50% chance of block or remove and steal. So it's not like enemy can use his buff stripped and 100% chance you lose your stone skin. No, it's a 50-50. It's a very good and strong set and a strong protection. I have stone skin on a lot of my PvP champion, a lot. Leonardo, Ignishak, Carnage, but usually I have 4-piece stone skin on my damage dealer for PvP, and sometimes I have 6-piece stone skin on my support for PvP, like Lady Noel, by the way. Okay, I have to continue because otherwise I will never end this video. I'm looking at bunch of more sets. So let's keep going. Okay, now we have like kill stroke. These pieces you get by buying, I think, from the clan shop. I'm not really did that, almost never, and I'm not really using it. I have 4-piece. It's kind of a upgrade to the crit damage because it gives you also 5% speed. So it should be decent, but I'm not using it, and I don't really buy those pieces. Okay, now we are going to some pieces that you get from a Forge Pass. So you have Instant, Bolster, Impulse, no Impulse, sorry, only 2. Okay, this guy, Rich Rose, let's call it Rich Rose. Okay, so free, I have free here. Actually here, also this guy, Slayer. So you know what, let's start from here and we start to discuss about sets that you get from the Forge Pass. So I'm free to play, so I'm basically do not buy any Forge Pass. So every time there is a Forge Pass, I'm trying to do as much as I can, but I'm getting kind of a small amount of pieces. So I'm not it's not like I am the right maybe person to discuss about those sets, because I never have a very good pieces, but I'm doing what I can. I will say that Instant is similar to like the Savage and the Lethal because it gives you ignore defense, 20% and plus 12 speed. I mean, some argue that this is way better than Savage and maybe even better than Lethal, you know? Some will argue that because sometimes you do not need the 25% ignore defense. I mean, 20 is enough. And if you get a 12 speed, Instant is a good set. But I only have 1 piece because, as I said, I do not buy the Forge Pass with money. So only 1 piece. You kind of want speed and damage on this set. Bolster is a very good set, and I'm kind of fortunate to have at least 1 good set or a decent set, because Bolster gives you shield for 3 turns, but a protected shield. And a protected shield is very important, very strong. That means they cannot strip you in PvP. I'm using it on my Ancora. You can see here a chest plate, very strong one because HP. Basically what you want, I think, on Bolster is as much as you can HP. Probably also like speed and maybe even resistance. But basically I'm using on core. If I had more, I would have used on more champion for PvP, for protection. If the shield is big, it's very good. The shield is 30% max HP. And also what Bolster gives you is 10% heal every turn. So it's another boost, very strong. Okay, we can talk about this set really quickly because I opened it. I don't know how to say that word. Retros, I don't know. It's again from Battle Pass, 10% speed and 40 resistant, but a two-piece. I don't know how good it is. I mean, maybe on a champion that needs speed and resistance. I mean, Lady Noel, maybe two pieces. Maybe it's worth putting two pieces. But again, yeah, you need resistance, I feel like, on that, and you need the speed. This is an interesting piece, like a million HP, quad HP. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this piece a lot of HP, but unfortunately not enough speed here. Okay, so let's talk about two gear set that you get from live arena, Impulse and Zeal. Both of them are decent. I'm of course recommending to save a lot of pieces from them, but both of them are kind of hard to get. These are the pieces that I have. Impulse is again an improvement to the speed and a big improvement. This is maybe will be considered to be the best speed set in the game. I think so. It gives you 12 speed and 12% chance to reduce random skill cooldown. Remember what we discussed about the reflex set? Reflex, where is it? Over here, remember I told you that I have reflex on my Wixwell, and it gives you a chance to decrease random skill cooldown. So here you have a two-piece, not a four, that gives you 12% speed plus that chance, 12%. And I have it. I need good pieces, you know, it's hard to find good pieces, but I have on my Wixwell two-piece. You can see this is a very good piece. Maybe I have some speed. I have on my Mad Hatter. I don't know if I have a set on him or only just one piece. Yeah. And this, okay, this is the second piece on Mixwell, by the way. Okay, let's talk about Zeal. So Zeal is a damage dealing set. Again, another damage dealing. Very important, very good. And it's two-piece. It reads plus 20 crit damage, so an improvement to the crit damage, plus 3% damage for every 25% HP of this champion. So if you have 100% HP, which most of the time you will have it, like on Titus team, you know, Chimera, Hydra, most of the time you will be fully HP with your shield, you will get 12% extra damage flat out, just like that, by two pieces. It's super strong. I have on my Titus, finally I was able to do it. I have two pieces of Zeal on my Titus and 6 pieces of another damage dealing gear set that I will discuss in a second. This is the piece on my Titus. It's a damage dealer, so you want crit damage, you want speed, but not necessarily. You want damage, you want damage stuff. The second piece is on Titus is this one. You know. Okay, I have a bunch of pieces. It's hard to get good pieces on those sets. So don't judge me when you see like I have a bunch of pieces that not gear and stuff like this. Don't judge. It's hard to get those pieces. Okay, now two gear set that you get in from Curse City. Also, very, very important. You need to farm Curse City. It's hard to get those two gear set, but I recommend as much as you can. They are strong and they are called Supersonic. You can see right over here, I have a bunch of pieces, and Merciless, again, bunch of pieces. So let's start with Supersonic, 9-piece set again. So you get one juicy reward for every piece and a big reward at 4, 6, and 9. Usually Supersonic, most of the champion using only 4. At 4 piece you get fill this champion turn meter by 2% per each buff on each enemy. So every time an enemy get a buff on himself, you get extra turn meter. That's help you to cut in line for PvP. Those gear set, Merciless and Supersonic, are mostly for PvP. The Supersonic is mostly help you on your disruptors like Armands, like Fabian. I have Supersonic on my Fabian. Basically, let's say Sifi play first, she boosts, she put free buff on all team, and you get bunch of turn meter. You get 2% turn meter, time 3, time 4, because there is 4 champion in the team. There's bunch of turn meter, right? And then you cut in line, it's your turn, and you can decrease the cooldown of all enemy. and you can win. Also, you can see you get some resistance HP, but the speed is way more important. I think if they rework Supersonic, they should change the resistance into accuracy. They need to do that, but I don't know. Okay, I have a bunch of pieces. You mainly want speed on Supersonic. If you have pieces without speed, you can just sell them if you ask me. Yeah, I need to sort out those pieces, but yeah. Okay, let's go to the Merciless. Again, 9 piece, and again, you get those two from Curse City. It's not easy at all to farm Curse City, but it's worth it. And also, you have accessories for the set. So we will not discuss this in this video because it's already super duper long, but you can get 9 piece. Of course, you need accessories to get 9 piece. So you can see Merciless bunch of damage stuff, attack, crit damage, ignore defense, yeah, and speed. So mostly people use in Merciless 6 piece to get the 45% ignore defense. 4 piece is alright, you get some reflex ability. You can see here 30% chance to decrease random skill cooldown. It's less than reflex, but you know, it's a cool. And on 9 piece you get 15% chance to get an extra turn. So it's a bit less than the reflex, if you remember. 4 piece 18% chance, but it's good. Like 9 piece Merciless is very strong on a damage dealer that does not need Stone Skin to protect himself, so you need to take that into account. I have it on my Rotos. Rotos, I have 9 piece Merciless, very strong. Also on champion like Sun Wukong, because Sun Wukong, if he die, he can revive himself, so he does not need Stone Skin. And Rotos, you cannot kill him by one shot because he has his passive. You need at least 2 shots to kill him. This is why Merciless very strong on him. Yeah, so Merciless is very strong on champion like that. I would have actually thought to put Merciless on champion like Nice, the mythical, but the problem is a HP based nuker, so he getting less from the attack. But honestly, I feel like Nice 9 piece Merciless is an idea, is a good idea. I don't know. I don't have Nice, so I don't. Maybe I'm wrong, but this is my belief. Yeah, bunch of pieces. On PvE, Merciless is very strong to doing a lot of damage. I have 9 piece Merciless on my Toshiro. Yeah. Toshiro is very strong PvE. Also my Titus. I told you I have on Titus 2 pieces of Zeal. Okay, Zeal and 6 pieces of Merciless. Very strong to get the 45% ignore defense. And also actually to get this, the 4 piece bonus, also important. So yeah, okay, let's keep going. Slayer is another set from Battle Pass. This is why I don't have almost no pieces, but as I understand it, Slayer is a strong set, it's a good set. It's a 9 piece damage dealer, basically a good set for an AoE nuker, for AoE. You can see on 9 piece, 40% chance to deal additional AoE damage based on damage dealt by AoE skills. But I don't have almost no Slayer pieces because it's really hard to get when you're free to play. What's good about Slayer is 1 piece can give you 5% crit rate. So sometimes if you need that tiny bit of crit rate, you can use 1 piece Slayer and fill up the gap. Okay, we are going into the last pieces, to the very new gear set, and the last, and all of them, if you ask me, are strong, are good, and let's discuss them. Okay, Feral is a 9 piece, and you get it from winning the Siege. Siege is kind of a new content, and you can see here improvement to the perception set, because you can see 2 pieces are the same, 40 accuracy and 5 speed, but you have some buff. On 4 piece you get block debuff for 2 turn. Okay. On 6 piece you get 50% chance to prevent ship being placed on you by the polymorph blessing. And on 9 piece you get what you get from protection set, but the other way around. All allies deal 5 extra more damage per each debuff on the enemy that you put. So most of the time it's worth using 9-piece Feral for that damage. You know, again, on your Titus team, maybe Lydia can put 9-piece Feral. Lydia putting a lot of debuff on the enemy. It can be very, very good. Honestly, I don't have it because I need to sort out my feral. I need to upgrade some pieces and make sure I have a good 9-piece feral. But it's an option. It's an option. Yeah, I have a bunch of pieces that actually need to sell. Like if there is no speed, then usually you do not want those pieces. Look at this, so much stats, but no speed, almost never worth it. Anyway, maybe you can chaos order them, but you know what? Nah, I'm just selling all of them. Okay, Pharaoh, let's go to Pinpoint. So now let's talk about Pinpoint and Chronophage, those two pieces. Again, there are 9 pieces, so they have accessory, and you get them by farming the event dungeon. So event dungeon, you don't get a lot of the time in the game. This day we have event dungeon for Chronophage over here, but you don't get that a lot, so you cannot farm bunch of those two pieces to set, but they are good. So first of all, let's talk about Pinpoint, who actually got a bit worse, like actually a lot more worse, because we have gotten the latest ever set, which is basically better than Pinpoint. But Pinpoint is a 9-piece and it gives you accuracy, speed. Actually, 2-piece of Pinpoint is very good because at 10% extra speed. At 4-piece, you get 1 intercept stack. And the intercept stack is basically what that does. It's prevent crowd control from landing on you. But if they're landing crowd control on you, it's prevented, but it takes the stat out. So like 1 intercept is only for 1 time. Like 1 time stun, it saves you. At the time you get the stun. But at 6-piece you get 2 intercept, and at 9 you get 4 intercept. But I don't know. I did not saw anyone using 4, like using 9 pieces Pinpoint. I don't know. It's just not good. If you ask me, it's not good. I basically does not have almost no Pinpoint, but it's not because Pinpoint is bad. It's basically because of I did not farm it. Because when there were the event dungeon of Pinpoint, I kinda did not play a lot and I did not farm a lot. So I don't really have a lot of pieces, but I do have a 1 set of Pinpoint on my Ramantu, by the way. I don't know, it can be good. It gives you accuracy, speed, and it gives you intercept stack. Because Ramantu is a champion that put in a lot of debuff. So you do not want them to get cheap. So it also prevents you from getting cheap, the intercept. So it's very good in that sense. You cannot get stunned or provoke or I don't know, sleep, and also you cannot get cheap. So it's good. Okay, let's keep going. Wait, Chronophage. Chronophage is again from the event dungeon. It gives you resistance at speed. Instead of accuracy, you get resistance. And you get at 4-piece 1 immutable stack. So it's not intercept, it's immutable. And what immutable does, it prevent you from getting your skill locked out. So it's good. It has a good effect if you ask me. I'm using this on Donatello because Donatello has an ability to reset the skill of your entire team. So if your Donatello is very, very fast, plus 4-piece Chronophage, when Fabian or Crixia or whatever try to lock out your team, actually Crixia, just know, Crixia can lock you out through the Chronophage. This is a bit annoying because Crixia can remove the Chronophage buff and then lock you up. But let's say you're facing Fabian or Warlord or Yumeko, okay? And they try to lock your team. So they lock everybody, but not Donatello because you have this Chronophage. Of course, you lose the Chronophage buff. It's okay. If you are the first in your team, you are super fast, you can use your A2, which decreases the cooldown of your all allies, and your all allies can try to fight back. Same on Yumeko, by the way. Yumeko, 4-piece Chronophage, the same idea. Can be very good. But I don't have Yumeko, so this is why. On 9-piece, you get like 3 immutable stack. I don't know why you need it. You don't really need it, honestly. 4 is enough. 4 is enough. I don't know. I don't see anybody use 6 or 9. I also use only 4. And as I said at Donatello, you kind of want a bunch of speed on those pieces. Yeah, you want speed, you want you maybe want some resistance. You can see on my Donny free speed over here. The crit rate is wasted, but it is what it is. Here free speed Donny. Here I actually have free speed, but I'm not using it. Interesting why. What are the 9 pieces? Let me check. Where are the pieces? Oh, I know why. Because I'm using accessories. Okay, interesting. I guess I got better pieces than those. Okay, we left with three more. So we have 2 sets that you get from the season live arena, and they are Rebirth and Stone Cleaver from season live arena. Actually, they have yet to see anybody play those sets to a great success. I mean, they are here, but it's really hard to get good pieces on them and pieces at all, and people does not really use them. I mean, I'm trying to get good set, and we will see. Maybe I will be the first to play with like a Rebirth or something. I kind of look at Rebirth. Maybe it's worth trying it out. But let's talk first of all about Stone Cleaver. Stone Cleaver is a damage dealing set, okay? And what it does, it gives you to do more damage versus Stone Skin. 4 piece, it's 40%. 6 piece, it's ignore 25% of enemy defense. It's strong, it's good. And 9 piece, it's 70% more damage to Stone Skin, and it gives you attack, crit damage, and stuff. So I don't have anyone on those pieces. This is an attack set. So you want an attack stuff. I don't know. It's hard to get good pieces. Rebirth. Actually, nobody used Rebirth, but actually, I feel like it's worth trying to use it, if I'm totally honest. Give me double, so I will rework. Okay, let's rework it. Oh, actually, resistance. Funny enough, which is good, but there's no speed, so let's rework. Just for the video. Give me speed and resistance. No! Okay, it's not a damage. This is a good damage piece. I guess I can use it as a one standalone, but honestly, this should be a sale. Let's keep it for now, even though it should be a sale. Anyway, Rebirth, you can see here you get resistance and speed. Very good. Bunch of speed, bunch of resistance. Very good. This set, what this does, at 4 piece you get, when you revive, your ally that you revive gets an extra 10% HP and ton meter, so it's decent. At 6 piece you get block damage buff on the weather for 1 turn when an ally is killed by an enemy. So if enemy kill one of your ally, if you have 6 piece, you get block damage. I mean, it's worth to try and use it, maybe instead of Stone Skin. But you need good set. You need very good set. If I can get like 1,000 resistance, honestly, if I can get like 1,000 resistance, maybe it's worth. I don't know. Maybe not, because if you just die, because Stone Skin prevent you from dying, and this not, right? I mean, because if the enemy kill you and your ally, does this block damage proc or not? I don't know. Nobody tested it. Anyway, at 9 piece, unfortunately, again, not strong enough. At 9 piece, decrease the cooldown of any revived ally skill by 1. I mean, why? It's not enough. At least make it so it decreases the cooldown, like all decrease. And unfortunate. I feel like they need to buff a bit Rebirth. I don't know. I would try it. First of all, I would try to make good pieces on it, but I kind of want to have another good option of protection set, for my support. But it's really hard to get good pieces on it, because you do not get a lot of pieces. I have 2 pieces for my Noel, because Noel need a lot of resistance, by the way. I mean, maybe I can do 4 piece, but then I'm losing the 6 piece Stone Skin, because I have a Noel 6 piece Stone Skin. I feel like it's worth. It's like it's better than this 4 piece, but who knows? Maybe it's better to do 4 piece Rebirth, 4 piece Stone Skin. I don't know. Who knows, my peeps? Who knows? Anyway, last set, and if I'm totally honest, mainly the reason why I thought to do this video, last set is the newest ever set that we've gotten on the game, Mercurial. You can farm Mercurial from defeating Grim Forest, the newest ever content in the game. Wait, Green Forest, where are you? So by the way, Siege is over here. I did not show you. Core City over here, Merciless, Supersonic. I did not show you. Sorry. Um, yeah, Clan Boss. So you have Hydra. You don't get anything from Chimera, by the way. That's kind of weird. But you get relics, I guess. Arena, so live arena, as you said, and seasonal, general and seasonal. Yeah, yep. You get something from here? No. You don't get anything from Tag Team Arena. That's okay. Anyway, Green Forest, the Mercurial. So the Mercurial, I think it's the strongest ever set in Raid Shadow Legend. It's the newest one and the strongest one. It's a 9-piece. It gives you speed and resistance and some HP, which is basically for mostly for support and a tanky champion and stuff like this. Well, honestly, Mercurial is so strong that you can also use it on damage dealer, and this is what I'm doing, by the way. 4-piece Mercurial will give you 1 stack of Total Guard. Total Guard is some kind of a buff that can only be removed if someone hit you. It can hit you like one damage and it's remove it. So it does not need to be like a strong hit, just a hit. But when you have Total Guard, you are really, really strong because they can never put any debuff on you. They can never take your buff. They can never, I don't know, sleep you, stun you, nothing. You are so immune. It's very, very strong. On 6-piece, you get 2 stack of Total Guard. So they need to hit you twice to remove. And on the 9-piece, which is basically the reason why this set is so strong, 9-piece you get 3 Total Guard stack, so they need to hit you 3 times, and then every time you get a turn, you refresh 1 Total Guard stack on yourself. So it's very, very strong. If you are super fast, it's really hard to kill you because every time you get a turn, you get again Total Guard, then you need to remove the Total Guard, then debuff you, then hit you. So, like, let's say you fought champion like Rotos, which all his ability is a one hit. Rotos, it's really hard for him to kill you for Total Guard. I know Rotos can get extra turn and stuff like this, but it's really hard for him. Anyway, I'm using Total Guard. Wait. On free champion at the moment, I'm using 9-piece, always 9-piece, and I'm using Total Guard on free champion. I have on Hilvi. Hilvi is a very strong debuffer and support. When you have Total Guard, actually, what's good is you cannot get reflected to you, the debuff that you do with Wand of Submission, and you cannot get chips. So it's very strong, very strong. I have it on Hilvi, I have it on my Maria, damage dealer, very strong, 9-piece, and I have it on Gizmak at the moment, a mythical that put HP burn, so it's good on him. So yeah, I really love Total Guard. I think this set, Mercurial, is really strong and is shaking up the meta, and I love it. And peeps, that video was super duper long. I don't know what you think about it. I don't know if you were here all the way to the end. I will say that one tip for me, I'm saving almost any Mercurial pieces that I get. I only sell rare 5-star because rare 5-star, that's too much. It's really weak. But I'm using a bunch of ore, chaos ore on this piece, on this set to make it good. I'm looking, for speed, for 2-3 roll on speed. I'm looking for a lot of pieces from any kind of them. Support pieces, a damage dealer pieces, a debuffer pieces. I'm looking for everything. So actually, Total Guard, Mercurial, very important. I have a lot of pieces. Look at this, a lot. Okay, peeps, thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you like it. I don't know, if you have any question, write it in the comment. And peeps, I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.